Disney Princess Snow White, Love at First Sight. Hey, it's part of a collection. Book 1. Chapter 1. Hello, I'm Snow White. I live an enchanted life as a princess with my husband, the prince. But this was not always so. My father died when I was very young, and my stepmother, the queen, raised me. Ouch. Though life wasn't always as wonderful, it is now. I wasn't happy living with her. What I didn't know was that the queen was very jealous of me. Jealous. It means that she envied or wanted something that she had. My job was to do all of the cleaning. I often sang while I worked. One morning I noticed someone watching me. It was the prince. He had heard my singing and had stopped to find out where the music was coming from. I stared into his eyes as I sang. Suddenly I felt very nervous and I ran inside. Then he called out to me, stepped into the balcony and kissed one of my doves and sent it down to him. It landed on his shoulder and delivered my kiss. She kissed the dove and the dove kissed the prince? Whoa.
He kissed him. He kissed the dove. The dove kissed the prince.
The dove kissed the prince?
I don't know how a dove kiss.
I don't know. That's never happened to me.
That never happened to
Even though I didn't know who he was, I knew it was love at first sight for both of us. Later, I wandered throughout the castle, thinking about him. I hoped he would return soon. I even dreamed that we would get married and live happily ever after. Chapter 2. The next day, the Queen's royal huntsman invited me on a walk through the forest. We walked a long way, farther than I have ever gone before. I sang to myself as I picked flowers and made friends with the woodland animals. See, she has a lot of friends.
Who's that?
I don't know. Suddenly, I saw a dagger in the huntsman's hand. I can't do it, Your Highness, he confessed, dropping the knife. The queen is jealous of you. She'll stop at nothing. Run away, hide, and never come back. I knew I was in great danger. Look how shocked she looks. She's like,
She didn't thought that would happen.
Look at that. There's a knife here.
She didn't thought that would happen.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. I ran away deep in the forest. I was very frightened. Before long, it was nighttime. It seemed as if scary monsters with bony arms were trying to grab me, and creatures with glowing eyes were watching me from the trees. I ran and ran until I collapsed from fright and exhaustion. Look at her face. Look at those trees grabbing her. When it was finally morning, I realized that the bony arms were really tree branches, and the glowing eyes in the darkness belonged to my animal friends. They had watched over me all night long. I was no longer scared, but I was very tired and needed to find a place where I could rest. Where could she rest? Chapter 4. My animal friends led me through a woods to a sunny clearing. There I saw a charming little cottage. I knocked at the door. There was no answer, so I turned the handle. The door opened. She went in anyway. What a strange house, I thought. There were 7 little chairs and 7 little beds upstairs with the names Happy, Sneezy, Sleepy, Dopey, Bashful, Doc, and Grumpy carved on them. I also noticed that the place was a terrible mess. I wondered if 7 little children lived here with no one to look after them. You think a child was named Dopey?
No. That would be crazy. That would be an elf name.
That's what? Oh, maybe. Well, but
Decide.
Yeah, okay. I decided to help the children by cleaning up. When they returned to see their house neat, they'd surely let me stay. My animal friends helped me sweep and dust and scrubbed until the cottage was spotless. Man, I wish...
Did she fall asleep?
Look at all those animals helping.
Did she fall asleep?
Huh? You think those animals will help you clean your room?
Yeah. Did
All right,
she
good.
fall asleep?
Yeah, maybe. Chapter 5. After I had finished cleaning, I was very tired. I fell asleep in one of the beds. A voice woke me suddenly. Why, it's a girl, someone said. I opened my eyes. I opened my eyes and sat up. The children weren't children after all. They were 7 little men.
No, you mean gnomes.
No, it says men, little men.
Oh, there's no gnomes here.
Yeah. I told the 7 dwarves who I was and to explain to them what the wicked queen had tried to do. If you let me stay, I said, I'll wash and sew and sweep and cook.
She will do the chores.
That's nice. I wish you would come to my house and do some chores.
Yeah, and do I the chores. And then I clean up my messes.
Cook! They shouted, hooray! We had so much fun that night. I made a delicious soup for dinner, which everyone really enjoyed. After dinner, some of the dwarves played music while I danced with the others. I also sang a song about the prince. It made me smile just thinking about him. Chapter 6. The next morning, I had breakfast with the 7 dwarves before they went to work in the diamond mine. Whoa. I kissed each one of them goodbye as they left. Grumpy was the last to leave. Remember, don't let nobody or nothing in the house, he cried. That made me smile. I realized that even though Grumpy was gruff, he did care about me. Maybe they should lock the door. Yeah.
I don't think they have a lock.
Oh. After they left, I decided to bake some gooseberry pies for the 7 dwarves. Just as I was putting the finishing touches on one, an old woman passed by the window. Making pies? She asked. It's apple pies that make men folk mouths water. Apple pie. And then she held out a big red apple. I had promised the dwarves that I would avoid strangers, but I didn't think the old woman seemed dangerous at all. Yeah, she looks okay.
No.
Yeah, no, she's fine. She's just an old woman.
She looks like a villain. He does.
Maybe. Suddenly, a flock of birds flew down and knocked the apple from her hand. Go away, she cried to the birds. I rushed into the cottage and got her a glass of water. Because you've been so good to poor old Granny, she said, I'll share a secret. This is magic wishing apple. One bite and all your dreams will come true. That's so nice.
No, me.
Spoiler. I thought of the prince. Could we finally be together? I raised the apple to my lips and wished that my prince would come to take me away. I took a bite. Something was wrong. I felt dizzy. Then I couldn't stand and I fell to the floor. Maybe she's allergic to apples?
No.
No? Oh, wait.
I don't think so.
The apple made me fall into a long, deep sleep.
Wait, you forgot to read that time.
Oh, chapter 7, sorry. The apple made me fall into a long, deep sleep. The following spring, I awoke. Oh, she woke up the next season? I was lying on a beautiful bed, surrounded by flowers. The 7 dwarves were there, and so was my handsome prince. My animal friends had saved me. They got the dwarves and led them to the cottage. There, the dwarves saw the queen running away. They chased her up the mountaintop and away forever. Whoa, those guys are cool.
Those are mine.
Oh. Then the prince had found me and woke me with a kiss. I rode off with my true love and realized that all my wishes had come true. Maybe the apple really worked.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
It was poison.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It only lasts ever to another season.
Look how happy she is.
It only lasts until it's his birthday season.
The end.
Don't use a bouncy ball.